All right, guys, we're back in college football for week 6 with 4 free picks for you guys. This is Jack with Bonfire Locks, and let's get into it. Now, as you've been following, we got MLB playoffs right now. I'm recording this on Thursday, so we're going to go through a bunch of the games on for college football this week. There's a lot going on. We have, as I said, MLB playoffs. Sox Yankees has been huge. We also have the Thursday night football game tonight between the 49ers and Rams. I posted picks for that, so check out that. That's in my bio. And if you're here, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff so we can grow this channel. And make sure to take advantage of the bonuses below. And join the Discord. It's free. So without further ado, let's get into the games. So unfortunately, Thursday night, tonight, there's no good games. Some earlier in the earlier weeks of college football, they were giving us some solid games. Even on Friday night, I mean, last Friday we had FSU, Virginia. We also had ASU, TCU. Some great games. If you want to take Sam Houston State, New Mexico, it's not a game I'm looking at. I'm staying away from it. The thing also, too, if you're going to take a side, if you're like, hey, I still just want to take something, just lean on the over, root for the points. I'd also probably take New Mexico plus 2.5 because Sam Houston's terrible. They're 0-4. So those are the sides I would lean on that aspect. But again, I'm staying away from it. Getting to Friday night, the games don't get much better. The only one I was debating was looking at San Diego State. San Diego State's played really good. They played really good at home. I liked them to cover that 5.5. But again, I'm probably going to stay away from it. The games aren't that great, and it's not something I kind of want to get into. This is probably the lowest total I've seen for a college game in a while. College games, as you know, totals are usually much higher than the NFL, much higher than pros. 40 is extremely low. And then this game will be good, but still. So Saturday, there's some good games. So first game at noon, I like this Air Force Navy matchup. This will be one of our VIP picks that we have. I think this will be a really good game. I think it'll be a lot closer than people think. Air Force isn't as bad, and they do cover a lot, but that's not like what we're looking at. Later, we have Clemson UNC. This game people were looking forward to at the beginning of the year. Clemson's terrible. Belichick doesn't look to have been doing as well with UNC, but we'll see it. Maybe they can pull off the home upset. Who knows? Then we get here, K-State, Baylor starts getting more interesting, especially to Iowa State, Cincinnati. But the first game, and then probably the biggest game, Wisco, Michigan. But again, the first game I'm looking at is where is Vanderbilt? Here we go. So this is, in my opinion, probably one of the biggest games of the weekend. Vanderbilt at Bama. Bama's coming off a massive win at Georgia in Athens. Now they're back home against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt team that has been blowing teams out. I think they've won. If we look at, I believe they've won every game by 20 points. Let me double check that. I believe that they've literally won every game by 20. 20. Yep. And then Bama has been playing well. They had the tough season opener loss to FSU. Since then, they've played really good. But what I like Vandy to cover. We'll go here. Vanderbilt. Search bar is not working. Oh, hold up. Scheduled FBS. Load. There we go. So first pick we're going with is Vandy plus 10.5. Again, a team that's been pretty much just blowing teams out. 10.5. The other thing too, Bama's played well, but they're coming off a massive win. I think this could be kind of like a slower spot for them. Also, too, taking 10.5 points is a lot. This is, again, when you can get some value in the name recognition. They know Bama's the bigger team. It's the bigger school. They have the legacy. Vanderbilt is supposed to be like the nerd school. But this is where you can take advantage of it. They're going to price Bama much stronger, where you can take Vanderbilt and get better value. So that's why first pick we're going Vanderbilt plus 10.5. So that's the first one we have for you guys. Then the next one we're looking at. This game I'll be watching, Texas Gators. I have family both sides that like that game, so I'll be watching that. The next one we're looking at is Washington, Maryland. I think Maryland is one of the kind of sleeper teams in the Big Ten. They're 4-0. I know Washington's coming off a bad loss. They're also they're coming off a tough loss at home, and they have to go all the way across the country over to Maryland. I think this game will be more of a field goal coin flip. So again, catching 6.5 at home for a Maryland team who's 4-0 and played very well, looked very strong. I will take those points. So again, our second pick of the day is we're taking. No, I'm not parlaying these together. We're taking Maryland. How do I do the coins? Oh. All right, we're back on that. Sorry. I just clicked the wrong button there. Wanted to reset it for you guys. Yeah, so first pick, we got Vanderbilt plus 10.5. Second pick, we're going Maryland plus 6.5. The next pick we're getting into, scrolling a little bit further, I think this game will be a lot of fun. I like Texas Tech a lot here, but I think this game will be pretty close. Again, it's probably going to be a game I want to watch. But the next pick we're going with is I'm looking at UNLV, Wyoming. Now, UNLV is the new Dan Mullen team. I like them a lot. They're playing very well. They had a scary game last week at Miami, Ohio, which I talked about in the previous video, where I was like, how is this game priced so low? And then Miami, Ohio was winning a ton, and the game was back and forth. Wild game. But I like UNLV on the road here. They're not traveling very far. They're the better team. They have the better coach. And all that, to me, lines up for a big win, especially too. Dan Mullen's not going to be happy with how the Miami, Ohio game ended. So he's going to be much firmer there. So first three picks straight is over on ReBet. We have Maryland. We have Vandy plus 10.5, Maryland plus 6.5, UNLV minus 3.5. Now, before I get into the play a profit pick of the day, all right, let's lock these in. Balance. Oh, we're using that. So that's what I have more of right now. Okay, so play those. So before I get into the play a profit pick of the day, make sure to sign up in all the great bonuses we have below: Chalkboard, ReBet, Underdog, Wana, all giving you guys great benefits. Again, ReBet, $100 deposit match using code Bonfire. Chalkboard, same thing. Wana, $250 deposit bonus. And Underdog is offering an insane system right now. If you play just $5, they'll give you $100 in bonus funds, which is nuts. I don't know how long they're going to keep this up because it's an insane promotion. So check that out. Again, all the links are in the description below. Make sure also, too, if you're still here, listen to me talk, like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate it, you guys. Now, our play a profit pick of the day is in the night game. It's the biggest game of the day. Miami versus FSU. Miami's going up to Tallahassee, 4.5. FSU is catching 4.5 points at home. Total is 53.5. Play I like here is the over. And the reason for this is, one, FSU scores a ton of points. They're 46, 66, 77, 31. In two of these games alone, they've scored this. Now, obviously, they're not against the best teams, but after coming off a tough loss at UVA, they're going to be – sorry about that. They will be coming off a tough loss. They're going to want to push the ball a ton. Miami, too. The Florida game was much closer than they thought. The score doesn't show the game. The score – Miami controlled the whole game, but the score of the game was very close up until the very end, where they scored more towards the end. But Miami also can score a ton of points. These two teams are going to want to push the ball. They're not going to play conservatively. They're going to make sure that they run it up on their in-state rival. So there'll be a ton of points scored in this game. So take the over, enjoy the game. And that is why I'm putting $1,000 on this over on Play a Profit. So again, sign up on Play a Profit, maximize your bankroll, use code Bonfire for 10% off. Check our free Discord, all that stuff. All the links are in the description below. Like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.